Hello, friends. Happy Friday. Can we just break bread together today? Now, this is just something new that I'm starting on the Divine Slide Grow Well YouTube channel, but I figured it's just another way for us to connect and to grow our community. So basically, on Break Bread Fridays, we are going to unpack a little bit more the podcast episode that I drop on Mondays. So if you have made it this far, and if you actually have not checked out my podcast yet, check out All Things Divine. That is where we basically just discuss everything in life. We take care and nurture our homes, and our home is our mind, body, spirit, soul, and the various environments that we inhabit. So we are just trying to find balance. And in finding balance, we also might break some bondages, okay? We will heal from our past, and we will live fully in the present, and we will look forward with gratitude and an open heart to our futures. So we're just all about life over here and overall wellness, and definitely check out All Things Divine if you have not. And if you are coming over from the airwaves, hi. Hey friends, I am so glad to have you here on Break Bread Fridays. So let's just unpack everything, okay? Let's just dive into it. I wanted to show up today as my authentic self. This is my just ratty hoodie that I've had for, oh man, I think probably 6 or 7 years now, but I just love it. I wear it all the time. It's ripped right here. It's just an old ratty hoodie. My hair looks kind of ratty and frazzled. And right now, let me just turn my direction. I am looking at the camera right now. And in looking at the camera, I'm noticing so many flaws. And I want to talk about that today because Monday's episode was about reprogramming your subconscious mind. And right now, looking at this camera in my authentic self with all of my glorious rattiness, I am noticing so many flaws that I just want to run far away and not make this video and not post it, but I will. So if you're looking at this right now, I have pushed through and I've just said, you know what, the hell with it, and I've posted it. But in reprogramming, and me showing up today as my authentic self, I just want to talk about it in a little bit more detail. So again, I just mentioned that I am looking at myself. I've changed my direction. It's easy to look directly into the camera because I can only see just a little bit of me, but when I turn my focus on myself, it makes me just want to just turn away. And I know I'm not the only one who thinks that. I know that even the most beautiful people, looks wise, body wise, they still have insecurities as well. And right now, I'm talking to y'all now, so tune in, turn that volume up. Right now, there is someone who has a vision in their heart. They have this desire to just build a community like I'm trying to do. And you're insecure about certain things, your face, your body, all those things. Let me give you another example. I like to, especially if you've been following me for a while, on divineslide.com, you will see, especially in just with my work in general. So let's say that I'm all about eating well and being well. So we have Be Well recipes, and I have learned to make things from scratch. I've learned to really treat food as medicine and have fresh foods. So turning the focus back on myself. In today's society, just with me saying that alone and me saying that I like to, even I'll add, I like to work out, I like to do yoga. I mean, you can look at this video and tell your girl's a little curvy, okay? But that don't mean nothing. But you can get in your head sometimes, because in today's society, if I'm saying that I want to be well and I'm showing you fresh foods and recipes from scratch that are fresh and delicious, and then I'm talking about yoga and flowing with your body and working out, some people might be like, girl, you need to do a little bit more, because you don't look good at all, okay? And you can get into your head and not go forward with doing whatever has been placed into your heart, whatever God has placed into you, your visions and your dreams. That's between you and God. So because of everything today and just so much noise online of just putting people down, I mean, there is this one lady, sweet little lady that I follow. She is a plus size influencer, and she works out, and I mean, she is curvy, and everything that we get subconscious about, like in the gym or just in general, you know, we have extra curves, we might have an extra stomach. I know I do. I'm working on my lower half. I've been working on it for like 5 years, but I will continue to do so. She just puts herself out there online, okay? And I started following her because it's just so much motivation. And recently, I might be a little delayed because I'm not always on social media, but recently she started to post like just mean things that people say to her. And one of the things that someone said was, I think it was along the line, so this is not verbatim, but it was, oh, this girl, y'all are celebrating this girl's weight loss, and the whole time she's still rocking like a full fupa. And I was like, you know, why did you even have to say anything? Like, the fupa might be there, okay? But your girl has really turned her life around, and she's influencing others to do that as well. And that's what I do, you know, on the side, or that's what I want to do, because there is someone right now who looks like me, and you're trying to find someone who looks like you. Because yes, we do have a lot of beautiful ladies who they've lost weight, and then they're showing you all of the things that they've eaten. But when you can start with someone who's right at the level that you are, for example, you know, the person that I follow on Instagram, I actually follow her on Instagram. I'm trying to learn like TikTok and stuff. I'm trying my best, okay? But just finding someone like you. So for me, I would love to reach people like me who grew up in a home where your parents may not have taught you about eating fresh foods, and so that could have taken a toll on you, because, you know, my mom, she worked 3 jobs. She had 3 kids, worked 3 jobs. So she wasn't making anything from scratch. She was making processed foods. And you know what's so interesting is that in 2 generations before my mom, so I think, well, I think it stopped with my grandmother. We had gardens. We loved gardens. We picked things in the garden. I remember my great grandmother, she had a garden. It was at my grandmother's house. So I was with my great grandmother, and we were picking corn out of the garden. And I remember being so nervous because sometimes they would not tend to it, and the grass would get really high, and I was afraid of snakes. But with my mother, because she was a single mom taking care of 3 children, we didn't have a garden, and we had processed foods. And she was trying to find anything that was cheap. And why is it that all of the cheap stuff is the least expensive? And then when you want actual fresh foods, especially if they're organic, you know, you just want that right from the ground, they're like $7 for one vegetable. It's like, what's happening? But I have learned in my journey, especially dealing with mental health, and for me particularly, sometimes I get situational depression. So there is situational seasonal, and clinical. And I will sometimes get situational depression. So thankfully, I've been able to maneuver through that, and I know the signs, and so I'll quickly start to get my energy flowing, do some reprogramming of my subconscious. But with anxiety, I do get anxiety. I'm anxious right now about something that I really want to tell you guys about, and I'm waiting for the perfect time. I got a little bit longer, and then I will share with you what is going on with me. But I get anxious, and anxiety is connected to your gut. And if I'm scanning myself, if I'm doing any type of wellness work on myself, especially if I'm looking at my chakras, I've always had issues with my solar plexus, and that deals with like your gut, your digestion, and that is connected to your mental health as well. So I have had to reprogram a lot of habits, and I know that they've really helped me, and it makes me excited to do the work that I'm doing because I can help other people grow and be well. And that's why I'm here. That's why we are breaking bread on this Friday and talking about reprogramming your subconscious mind. Me getting on here right now, okay, with all my ratchetness, hair ain't like it just looks ratchet. It's fine. This is me just showing up as me, and I don't know, I feel pretty good about it. I'm doing some reprogramming right now, and I'm just jumping out there because there's going to be noise no matter what. And just like my little influencer friend, we just drown out the noise and we just keep pushing. So in this journey, especially if you are following Be Well, please follow Be Well. Like, I'm going to do more videos on here. I'm not the best at technology, but hopefully my son can help me with something. He is a college student. So I'm going to have to send some videos over for him to edit, but I also know how to edit some on my own. So hopefully with 2 people doing it, it'll be great. But if you follow Be Well, I want to connect with you because I want to connect with you to share recipes and build that community. But then also, like, I want you to know that I'm also like you. I grew up on processed foods. It did affect me and with my health, and it affected me just mind, body, spirit. I have learned to eat well, to be well, and I know that we can be great friends and just hang out together, just making fresh foods and learning from each other. I am thinking about also showing you guys like new veggies and stuff, because I'm being introduced to a lot of veggies that I didn't even really know a lot about, but we can just eat them together. I can do a recipe, and then I'll let you know, like, I don't know if I like this, but you might like this. This is what it tastes like. And here's the recipe, by the way. So I'm excited to just put myself out there. And if you are someone just like me as well, like I said, you know, we are reprogramming, we are breaking bread together. I want you to put yourself out there too. And don't worry about your flaws, and don't worry about what people will say. It doesn't even matter, because again, the vision that you have for yourself is what God put in your heart. That's between you and God. And I'm saying to get up, turn the camera on or the mic, and just show up as you. You know, we go through so many things in life, and we heal through so much. We do the hard work and we heal, and that is amazing. But then, like, if you have like this destiny dream, this dream that you know you cannot play with, and DSGW LLC is something that I do not play with at all. You know that it's going to connect globally in whatever way. And you just like, maybe like a little bit of it has manifested. I mean, if you look at my channel now, you'll see that I've been doing a little something for at least 2.5, 3 years, but there's no consistency with it because, you know, our minds or like a battlefield sometimes. And I've been working with all of that. Sorry, I got some fuzz in the way. But I've been working with all of that. And those destiny dreams and visions that you want to become a reality, the key is for you to show up as your authentic self. And that is why I'm here, breaking bread with you on this Friday, showing up as myself, not giving a shit what people say that are negative. God bless you either way. And I'm letting you know that I'm doing it. I'm stepping out on faith, and I want you to step out on faith with me. Start doing whatever you want to do. Well, if it's working out, because you're going to start seeing me working out, child, yoga, whatever, then start taping yourself. If it is just growing a practice that you have in mind, wellness practice, or just, I actually see people online totally obsessed with two guys who they go to like abandoned properties, or they may see like an elderly person where their yards are overgrown, and they will cut it for free. Like, that is a whole, like, that's like a missionary. But everything is funded by, of course, the views on YouTube and then people donating. And if you have a dream like that, that's completely okay. If you just want to build a community with just people supporting you, that's what we're all about. Your people will find you, but you have to show up as your authentic self. What can we start doing to reprogram? Well, we can journal and meditate. Those should always be used together. They should always be used together, and because you want to keep track of your progress, and you also want to journal about what is happening. Like, for example, let's talk about food. What is happening when I feel like I want to emotionally eat and I want junk food? What is happening? How do I feel? And you'll start to see a pattern. Like, it's always a pattern, okay? It's always a pattern. Also, so we want to journal, we want to meditate. And with meditating, we can do visualization meditation. So I love manifesting meditations that are like guided. Those are great because it'll help you be able to work your third eye muscle. You'll be able to envision yourself in whatever way you want to see, and you will start to reprogram your subconscious to want that, and you will start to attract things that align with that desire. What else do we want to do? We want to ask our subconscious mind 2 questions, and this is why we need to journal. We want to ask our subconscious mind, what are you afraid of? What are you afraid of, subconscious mind? And then you journal what comes to you. Then we want to ask, what are you trying to protect? So let me break that down just a little bit more, because we're breaking bread on this Friday. Let's see. With putting myself out there, even with this video, what am I afraid of? I'm afraid of rejection. I'm afraid of being made fun of. I'm afraid of not looking the part and people not wanting to listen to me. That's what I'm afraid of. What am I trying to protect? My heart, not feeling rejected because it hurts and it will make me feel like a failure. And so what do I do to reprogram? Again, meditate and journal. Now, my meditating can be a bit intense at times because I just love it so much. I love being in a meditative state. I can be present and meditating at the same time. And so my meditations are guided manifestation meditations, affirmations. I actually have an affirmations track. I don't know if it's on this channel, but it definitely is on my podcast channel. So look for that, and I'll link it in the description of this video. So affirmations, meditations, which would be guided manifestation meditations, binaural beats, subliminals. I do all of that. And then I write down how to get to this goal. How do I get there? So if I want to build a community, how do I get there? Well, I post on my blogs. I put myself out there a little bit more than I do. I'm out here right now, y'all, looking like this. But I'm out here, and I'm going to be back every Friday. So I hope that we can grow well together, and I hope that we can be well together. And this week, I really want you to work on reprogramming your subconscious mind. And guess what? I have a program. It is called 7-Day Flow. And we are going to start it next Monday. We're going to flow together. And each day I'm going to publish what we're doing for that day to help you reprogram your subconscious mind and to help you create new habits that are consistent, that you can keep going. So we are reprogramming. You can definitely work with me one-on-one. Check out my website link. Again, all that's going to be in the description, and it will go into detail what type of work that I do. So we are reprogramming our subconscious mind. This is your sign to get out there and do what God has placed in your heart. Sorry, y'all, I should have put some chapstick on before I got on this video. But this is your sign. I'm back. This is your sign to do what God has placed in your heart. It's time. And there's no one that's going to be able to help you with this besides you being your authentic self. So show up as you, and your community will find you, and they will root you on, and they will just be so proud of you. So go ahead and get started today or tomorrow. It's fine. You might need some time to think about it, but get started because the world is waiting on you. You are a precious jewel, and we need you. You are everything good that's in this world. So let's start reprogramming. Let's change the narrative. Let's break all of these bondages off of you so that we can find balance, we can heal, grow well, and be well together. Bye. I just did the peace sign. I'm sorry.